Welcome back, students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching S.St. June. So, students, in chapter 5 Minerals and Rocks, till now we have studied about the minerals, types of minerals, the physical characteristics of minerals. So, today we will see the second part of the video in which we will cover these topics. So, topic number 1 is rock, in which we will know about what are the rocks. And the second topic, we will see the types of rocks. As you know, there are total 3 major types of rocks. These are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and as well the metamorphic rocks. So one by one we will see these 3 types, and after that the last topic will be rock cycle. So let's start with our first topic, that is rocks. So students, what are the rocks? Rocks are made up of minerals. They are solid material of the Earth's crust and formed of one or more than one mineral. Rock may be hard or soft. For example, the granite is hard rock, but the soapstone is soft rock. So, for a proper definition, we can say any material, mass of mineral, matter that makes up the Earth's crust is known as rock. Okay, so what we can say, any kind of material which is forming the Earth's crust, it is known as the rock. Okay, and students, the science of rock, the study of rock is known as petrology. Getting? So if we will classify the rocks, there are total 3 major types of rocks. So first major type of rock is igneous rock. Igneous rock. Second major type of rock is sedimentary. Sedimentary rock. And the third major type of rock is metamorphic. Rock. So total 3 types are there: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. So now one by one we will see these 3 types of rocks through some pictures. So students, first we will talk about the igneous rocks. As igneous rocks have been forming since the earth took its birth. They are still being formed in regions of volcanic activities. Out of 3 kinds of rocks, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic, they were first to be formed and hence they are called primary rocks. Igneous rocks also classified into 2 types. These are intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. And extrusive igneous rock is the name given to the magma erupting and solidifying after escape of gases as lava on the surface of the earth. As lava cools down rapidly, the mineral crystals of extensive igneous rocks change their structure and become very small in size, making them look fine grind and giving a glassy look, which is known as extrusive type. If we will talk about the intrusive rocks, the intrusive igneous rocks is formed by solidification of magma at some depth. The cooling is slow and the crystal formed are large. The granite and the dolerite are the most common example of intrusive igneous rocks. Students, if we talk about the classification of the igneous rocks, these can be classified on the basis of texture. So, accordingly, the granitoid, pigmatic, glassy, fragmentals are few textures through which we can identify the igneous rocks. Students, here are few characteristics of igneous rocks through which we can identify them. Number 1. Igneous rocks are hard and compact. All igneous rocks are crystalline in nature. Number 2. These rocks do not have layers and do not contain fossil because they are formed by cooling and solidification of molten rock material in which life forms do not survive. Number 3. They are termed as primary rocks because other types of rocks are formed directly or indirectly from igneous rocks. Now let's talk about the sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary is derived from the Latin word sedimentum, which means settling. In many sedimentary rocks, the layer of deposit retain their characteristics even after lithification. Depending upon the mode of formation, sedimentary rocks are classified into three major groups. Number 1, mechanically formed. Number 2, originally formed. And number 3, chemically formed. So first we will see the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. They are also called clastic sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone, clay rock, limestone, etc. For the example of originally formed sedimentary rocks, we can give example for chalk, coals, dolomites, limestone. And for the chemically formed sedimentary rocks, we can include the limestone, halite, potash, gypsum, salt, and rocks, etc. Students, here are few characteristics of sedimentary rocks through which we can identify them. These rocks are softer than igneous rocks and easily eroded. These are made up of particles of various sizes. Next, they have a horizontal layered arrangement, as you can see in this picture, one above the other. Hence, they are known as stratified rocks. Next, they are generally formed under water and they contain fossils of animal and plants. About 70% of the rocks exposed on the surface of the earth are sedimentary rocks. Being of secondary original, they are also called secondary rocks. Now let's see what are the metamorphic rocks. When the original characteristics of sedimentary or igneous rocks, their color, hardness, texture, and mineral composition is partly or wholly changed, it gives rise to metamorphic rocks under favorable condition of heat and pressure. The types of metamorphic rocks depend upon the original rocks that were subjected to metamorphism. Metamorphic rocks are classified into two major types. These are foliated rocks and non-foliated rocks. How the metamorphic rocks formed? So let's see the formation of metamorphic rocks. These rocks are formed due to thermal metamorphism. It is of two types. One is contact metamorphism and second regional metamorphism. In contact metamorphism, the rocks come into the contact with hot magma and lava and the rock material is recrystallized under high pressure and temperature. if we will talk about the regional metamorphism, in regional metamorphism, rocks undergo recrystallization due to deformation caused by tectonic shearing together with high temperature or pressure, or both we can include. So here are few characteristics of metamorphic rocks through which we can identify them. These rocks are very hard and resistant rocks. They are formed due to the action of intense heat and high pressure on the igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks. Their formation takes place over a long period of time, and they are brought to the surface by internal movements of the earth. As these are recrystallized rocks and have no empty space in them. So students, hope you understood the three types of rocks and their characteristics. So now let's see what is rock cycle, because it is an important process through which the rocks can be formed. So what is rock cycle? We will see through the pictures which you can see here. Rock cycle is a continuous process through which old rocks are transformed into new ones. Igneous rocks are changed into metamorphic or sedimentary. Metamorphic rocks further change into magma, and this continuous process is known as rock cycle. So here what we can say? We can say the rocks undergo a cycle of transformation. Molten magma cools and solidifies to become igneous rocks. These are known as primary or parent rocks. After erosion, transportation and consolidation, igneous rocks change into the sedimentary rocks, and these igneous rocks also change directly into the metamorphic rocks. And again, due to the extreme heat, these rocks change into again molten magma, and the process repeats again and again, and this entire continuous process is known as the rock cycle. So students, hope you understood our today's topic and the chapter minerals and rocks. In our next video, we will discuss about the geomorphic process. So for more updates and videos, keep watching S.St. June.